Hey folks, I'm back with the fourth cure. Or was it the fourth? Yeah, with the fourth cure for a lean purse. And what do we say lean purse was? For a lean wallet or an empty wallet. Now, the first cure for a lean purse is to guard thy treasure from loss. Guard thy treasure from loss. And what do we mean by guard thy treasure from loss? We'll talk about it. From what? The Richest Man in Babylon. We're going to be reading inserts from The Richest Man in Babylon, where it talks about the 7 cures for a lean purse. And right now we're going to be talking about how to guard thy treasure from loss, which is the fourth cure for a lean purse. Empty wallet, empty bank, same. Okay? From The Richest Man in Babylon. Misfortune loves a shiny mark. Gold in a man's purse must be guarded with firmness, else it be lost. Thus, it is wise that we must first secure small amounts and learn to protect them before the gods entrust us with larger. The gods. What do we say about gods in the last video? If they had a god during the Babylonian period and in the Egyptian lore, they had gods for everything. God for love, God for money, God for rain, God for everything. And this is just talking about what they call the god of money. God, their God in this, entrusts you with little and give you a lot when you prove that you know what to do with it. There's also a Bible verse in the scripture, which I'll probably talk about it either in this video or next video. I can't make these videos long because, like I said, YouTube won't accept long videos. Okay. Well, from the format that I'm using. So spoke Arcad upon the 4th day of his class. Every owner of gold is tempted by opportunities whereby it would seem that he could make large sums by its investment in most plausible of possible projects. Often friends and relatives are eagerly entering such investments and urge him to follow. This is just talking about how people tell you about bigger ways and better ways to earn more money. They usually end up being faulty and you lose your money. You got to think about what Warren Buffett says in his investment class, or his philosophy on investment. Rule number 1, don't lose money. And rule number 2, don't lose money. The first sound principle of investment is security for thy principal. Security for thy principal. Is it wise to be intrigued by larger earnings when thy principal may be lost? I say not. This penalty of risk is possible. It's probable lost. This penalty of risk is probable lost. Study carefully before parting with thy treasure. Each assurance that it may be safely reclaimed. Be not misled by thine own romantic desires to make wealth rapidly. Be not misled by thine own romantic desires to make wealth rapidly. Before thy loan, and to any man assure thyself of his ability to repay and his reputation for doing so, that thou mayest not unwittingly be making him a present of thy hard-earned treasure. Before thou entrusted to an investment in any field, acquaint thyself with the dangers which may be beset it, which may beset it. Before you invest your money in any venture, make sure you know what the dangers are. You must know the good and the bad, the percentage rates of how much you will get, when you will get it, and what the return rates are. That may not always be the best policy, because there are some criminals out there, Madoff, that gave people extravagant returns, but in the end, took all of their money. Ponzi, which the whole Ponzi scheme was taken off of. That they used, it was a guy named, I forget his first name, but his last name was Ponzi. So when you hear Ponzi scheme, that's what they're talking about, and that's what Madoff did, and that's what a few other investors did, and that's where the whole crash of the market was. It was a jacked up Ponzi scheme used by the banks and a number of other institutions to get your money. If it don't sound right, it's probably not right. Remember that. Therefore, I do advise thee from the wisdom of my experiences, and it's talking to ARCAD and some of my experiences as well. Be not too confident in thy own wisdom in entrusting thy treasures to the possible pitfalls of investment. Better by far to consult the wisdom of those experienced in handling money for profit. Such advice is freely given for the asking, and may readily possess a value equal in gold to the sum thy considerate invest. In trust, in truth, such is its actual value if it's to save thee from loss. Now that was a tricky statement there, just because of the way the wording is. So I want to read that one in. It says, in truth, such is its actual value if it saved thee from loss. That means be safe with your money. It is better to invest in safe investments, proven investments over time, than it is to get involved in something new, something untested, untrusted, something does not have a long history of making large returns. One of the key ideas when investing money, especially if it's something big, and especially if it's a big risk, don't give it if you can't lose it, or if you can't afford to lose it. Don't give it unless you can afford to lose it. If you want to make a big return on your investment and it's super risky, then it's like a bet. It's like gambling. Never gamble away money that you need. If you're going to do it as an entertainment factor, if you're going to do it knowing that there's risk of loss, and that risk and that loss is not going to hurt you, then do it. But don't do it if you need the money. If you really need the money, if it's going to affect your livelihood and the livelihood of your family. This then is the fourth cure for a lean purse, and of great importance. If it prevent thy purse from being empty, once it has become well filled, guard thy treasure from loss by investing only where thy principal is safe, where it may be reclaimed, if desirable, and where there will not fail to collect a fair rental. Consult with wise men. Secure the advice of those experienced in the profitable handling of gold, of money. Let thy wisdom protect thee treasures from unsafe investments. And these people can be found on a number of safe internet sites, investment sites. I know one of the guys, a TV personality, Kramer from Mad Money. I called it Smart Money last time, but it's Mad Money. A lot of his predictions so far as stocks have been accurate. Warren Buffett built a billion-dollar industry in investments. His portfolio has been accurate and is trustworthy. And there are other investors. You look at them, you follow them, you put your money where they put their money, and it's safe. These are wise investors. These are people who've been doing it for years. But make sure you diversify your money. Everybody can have an off day. Everybody can have an off year. But these methods, mutual funds, are probably the safest, because mutual funds are divided amongst stocks, different blue chip stocks that save your money from loss. So keep this in mind. Guard their money from loss.